And we are officially live. I'd like to welcome everybody to 21 the podcast. If you are tuning in for your first time today, I want to make sure you scroll down, click subscribe. And if you are also feeling so generous, go to 21thepodcast.com and donate. Now, today, I actually have a very special guest. Her name is Miss Dina Marto. Miss Dina, how are you doing today?
Good. Thanks for having me. I'm feeling pretty good. It's a Monday.
So, how is this quarantine treating you?
I'm kind of used to working from home. Been an entrepreneur for a long time, and well, even though I have an office, I usually work from home, so that part isn't strange to me. And I'm kind of a homebody, and I'm a people person, but I do like my alone time. So I've been
Right.
kind of working through it, and it's given me a chance to. I actually feel like I've been like busier than ever, but it's also given me some time to kind of do a couple of other things that I had on my to-do list that I wanted to get done.
Right. So, for the people that don't know, tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do, Dina?
So I've been in the music business for almost 20 years now. Started off in a PR firm when I was like 19 in college. Then I got handpicked and hired by LA Reid. Worked at Island Def Jam in the A&R department for 6 years. Left almost 8 years ago to start 12 Music and Studios. I built a recording studio in Midtown Atlanta. I develop talent, manage talent, and I do some consulting work. And then a couple years ago, Ti asked me to be on his team, and we have been working since. And I'm on his management team. I help with certain project management, such as the Expeditiously podcast that we have with podcasts
Uh-huh.
you can find on Apple Podcasts and Spotify that you know a lot about.
Yes, ma'am. I sure do. That's actually how I know Miss Dina here. And
Right.
for the listeners that don't understand, yes, that is DTI, Mister Rubber Band Man himself. So Dina is really plugged in through in the music industry. And so with that being said, I mean you talk about this quite a bit because you were able to go through that like really fast. So you
I
were hand
summed my life in like a 1 minute spiel,
yeah.
which is like, yeah,
No, it
hard.
was perfect. So, handpicked by LA Reid, started your own studios. Now you're Ti's manager. Like, how when you were growing up, did you want to be in the music industry like this, or did it just kind of progress
And I'm not his manager. I'm on his management team,
on his
and
management team?
yes,
Sorry.
yes, but I am the project manager for certain things and the GM of his label. But yes, I always knew when I was a little girl that I wanted to be in the music business. I actually started off wanting to be a singer songwriter. If you could guess, everybody kind
Right.
of started off wanting to be on the talent side of the music business. And then when I started, when I started, I actually didn't know a single person in the music business, and I started from square one, and I built my relationships from there. And then I realized very quickly that I was better on the business side than the actual creative side.
Well, I mean, you have quite a long list of things that you do in the industry, and whenever I was doing a little bit more research on you recently, and I actually found that IMBD page on you,
Oh, oh.
IMDb. So it also said that you were the producer of Naked Hustle. Is there anything you could tell me about that?
Yeah, one of the producers, a friend of mine, directed it, and he pulled me in to help him because music and the strip club industry, especially in Atlanta, kind of go hand in hand. And
Right.
so I helped bring talent, set up interviews, and kind of help with some of the topics on that. And yes, so I have a little credit there, here and there. I'd
Yeah,
have to,
that's lit.
yeah. Did you
So
watch that?
I just saw the trailer. I haven't gone to watch it yet. Where can people go and watch that though? I'm actually curious myself.
It was streamed on a certain network, and now I can't remember where it would be now. I have to look it up.
Yeah. No, we're gonna find that because I definitely want to see what you are producing out
I'm
there,
in
Dina.
it, and I also helped set
You're
up
in
like
it. I thought it's about the strip clubs.
no, well, it's also about the
No, I'm
yeah,
messing with you. I'm messing with you. All right, Dina. So what we do here on 21 the podcast is we play blackjack. Now, when I told Dina that it's a blackjack podcast, I asked her, I was like, "Do you know how to play blackjack?" And she just straightened me up right there. She was like, "Oh, I know how to play." Even added a LOL to it, like, "Are you a fucking idiot? I know how to play blackjack." So,
Yeah.
Dina, I know you can't see the cards now, but we're gonna go ahead and play your first round, and I'm gonna read the cards out to you. All right?
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go. So your first card on 21 the podcast is, ooh, a Queen of Diamonds. So you're looking good already.
Looking
And
good.
then a King of Hearts. So you're looking at 20, and I'm showing an 8.
And are you able? Am I able to split, or am I have to
No,
keep up?
there's no splitting. There's no
All
splitting because there's 5
right.
rounds. Yeah,
Okay,
it's either
fine.
win or lose.
I will stay clearly.
All right, there we go. And now I'm showing another 8, so I'm looking at 16. I'm gonna take one more hit, and it's a 10 of diamonds. So I bust. Dina wins her first round on 21 the podcast.
Oh yes, that's how we do.
so so recently, uh, Two Chains put a post out that I want to get your take on. Now,
Okay.
I know you're probably biased because you are primarily there in Atlanta, so you feel that Atlanta sound and everything like that. But Two Chains put out that he killed everybody on the Mercy song. Now, that had Kanye West, that had Pusha T, it had Two Chains, and it had Big Sean. Now, do you remember that track?
Do you remember it? And I can't say, I would have to run it back to say like whether I feel like he murdered it, but he does, like his features are normally on point. And I'm trying to think, like, I know.
Now, catch up to my campaign. Coupe the color of mayonnaise.
No,
No, no, no. Is
it
that what
was.
he said? Catch up to my
Yeah,
campaign.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
He had a solid verse. I'm gonna go with Two Chains, and
yeah.
he's a friend of mine. I'm going with it.
Who do you feel like is the hottest in Atlanta right now?
Uh, it's hard to. I mean, we got a lot of hot people.
Yeah,
Little Baby is pretty poppin'.
yeah.
I still feel like Future is still dropping them. I mean, we've got so many. It's hard, man.
Yeah,
It's hard.
it's like a drop in a bucket just naming even one of them because it's just so Atlanta's so packed with music right now. It's ridiculous. Has there been a an artist that you met that you feel like was completely different than what you heard through their music?
Completely different than what I heard through their music.
Like completely different than what you expected somebody to be like.
Mm, no, I don't think so. I think people are pretty much who,
Transparent?
not transparent, but like people are who a piece of them is in the music, so they show who they are in that, I think.
Right. Right.
But you'll have like very intellectual conversations with people that you may not think, like, for instance, I'll give you an example. Young Thug is very smart, and he's like, you wouldn't guess it just seeing him and just how he vibes out, but he's a very alpha male, and he's very smart.
And you know, a lot of people
Conversations too.
say that one more time.
To have deep conversations too.
Yeah, because I want to pitch a lot of people to the new show Dave. I don't know if you've seen it. It's about Lil Dicky, and he had Two Chains on, and like they were just sitting there, and it was like a very intellectual conversation. But you could tell, like Thug is kind of like that guy. Like he wasn't out of his element at all, like doing something like that.
Nope.
Well,
And
Dina,
Shane's very smart too. He went to college. He's like a Virgo like me, so he's super over
same.
analytical. You know what I mean? Are you
Yeah,
Virgo?
yeah. Me and Two Chains, I think we have close to the same birthday, if not the same birthday.
High
Uh,
five.
Yeah, you already know. I'm doing the high five to here to the people because Dina can't see me through these cameras. But anyways, no, Chains is one of my favorites. Like right now, and I mean just by the way he came in kind of with like his own type of style and the way
Right.
that he would like even still use the lyricism in that you could tell like this guy is super intelligent.
Mhm.
So Dina, we're here to our second part, our second game here in 21. You ready for that?
I'm ready to beat you.
Here we go. Now the trash talking starts. All right. So you're showing a jack of diamonds, and it seems like you're getting all face cards. This isn't looking good. And then you got a six of diamonds, so you're looking at 16, and I am showing a seven of hearts.
Dang, that's a
Yeah,
hard one.
that's really hard.
Because like
16 against
usually
a seven.
my rule is if it's under 15, I hit. If
Hmm.
it's over 16, I usually stay.
That's
It's
a
kind
that's a
of a hard
good
one.
that's a good general rule. And being 16, I mean, most cards are gonna go over, but I'm showing a seven, so I mean, I could have a 10 and it'd be 17, but then you never know. The book says you would hit. Now, me personally, I don't know if I would hit on that, but that's completely up
Man,
to you.
I've been getting so many face cards. It's hard to say.
I know.
Um,
That's a good
all
point
right,
too.
I'm gonna stay. I feel like I should hit though, but I'm gonna should it if I hit, would it make it more exciting?
I don't know. I'm gonna leave
Yeah.
it up to you. This is complete. I don't want to be. I don't want to give any
He's at
influence.
like a 2 or 3 right now.
I mean, it could quite. It might be.
All right, I'll stay.
All right, and she's staying. So I'm flipping over and I'm showing a five of spades. So I'm looking at 12, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit. I'm showing a six of diamonds. So I got 18 to your 16, Dina. So we are now 1-1. That's all
Shit.
right. See, it's because you came at me so aggressively. It was like, cause I'm gonna beat you.
You're
Here we
right.
go.
That's what you do at the table, though. That's what you have to do.
I get it. So, Dina, one of the other things that you do, at least from the research I've come to find from you, is that you do quite a bit of motivational speaking.
I do.
So, tell me a little bit about that. What's the motivation you're putting behind it?
Just giving people advice and help, kind of inspiring, especially for women, especially for entrepreneurs. And one thing I do like to at least advocate for is mental health
Hmm.
because I don't think it's talked about enough. I like to bring up, just have some mental health awareness because it's a near and dear subject to me, and I just feel like we need to openly talk about it more.
And especially during times like this, I think it's it's weighing a lot on people mentally. I mean, even myself, like being cooped up in the house all day, it doesn't do like it just especially for like creatives too. It's like you're boxed in, and I mean, I'm surprised. And I know you say you don't want to get into conspiratorial stuff, and we're not going to do that. But I am surprised, like the statistics haven't come out about like death and suicide or suicide or anything like that through this COVID.
Increasing. I would imagine it's increasing, and
Right.
depression is definitely on the rise, and domestic violence is on the rise. There's a lot of things that it's kind of helping to bring out in
Yeah.
a terrible time, a terrible way in a terrible time. So yeah, I think that this is the best time that I wish we would have talked about mental health more so when we got to this moment of this pandemic, we have better ways of coping with our stress management, having different methods of like just keeping yourself safe with your mental health because we know how to do it physically. We knew about what foods we're supposed to eat and all that kind of stuff, but we don't talk about mental health.
Yeah, exactly. Um, so I'm sorry, I'm skipping just a little bit. I'm looking here at some of the technical issues here. We're all good. I'm just making sure I get it all cleaned up before we
Okay.
continue, because I don't want to. Here we go. All right. And don't worry, even if we do drop on that, we are recording, so it doesn't even matter.
Okay,
Um,
cool.
but yeah, and so whenever so what is one of the more recent events that or no, actually let me stop that right there. With all this going on, have you done anything live streaming wise or any way to get to the people to do some more of this motivational speaking? I asked because I saw you go live on Instagram earlier, and I want to push some people toward that as well.
Yeah, and thank you for that plug. I am at Miss Marto, Missmarto, on Instagram. And what I used to do in the past was I would do every Monday, I would put out a Marto minute, which is like less than a minute of a piece of advice, whether it's business or life advice. And I thought I would bring that back, but in a different way. I wanted to be more interactive with people. So I just did an Instagram live for an hour where I took any life or business questions from people and just interacted and answered. And I want to do a lot more of that. I'll bring other friends on the live as well, and I kind of want to do some one-on-one Zoom sessions with people and just get back into interacting and trying to be as helpful as I can. But I love speaking. I actually did a virtual I I moderated a virtual panel about mental health for women in music a couple weeks ago with Shanti Das, and there was a psychiatrist on there as well. And then we have a virtual panel coming up with like the leading ladies in management in Atlanta that I helped put together. So I like just kind of help behind the scenes in all those kind of ways.
Right. All right, Dina. Well, we're coming to our third hand now.
Okay, here we go.
So, so did you want to talk any of that shit again, or are you gonna let it ride?
I'm still gonna talk my shit, but
All
I'm
right.
ready.
All right, let's go. So the first card you got, golly, is a king of spades,
Great.
and then, ooh, a six of clubs. So you're looking at 16 again, and I'm showing an ace.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's tough.
All right, hit me.
There we go. And you got an ace as well, so we're looking at 17.
I'll stay.
All right, it's a good stay. I flipped and I got a 2, so I'm looking at either 3 or 13. And I got a 9, so now I'm looking at 12. And I got a 10, so I bust.
Yeah.
Dina wins again, so it's 2-1. All right, so Dina, this is one question I'm sure a lot of the people finding out that you work with Ti quite a bit.
Mhm.
What's it like to work with Ti?
Tip is very smart, as you probably could tell. You have to be on your P's and Q's. If you say something to him, you have to have all the research and the statistics to back it up.
Yeah,
And he is a great businessman. He's a loyal person. He is, what I love about him is that he's always willing to speak up for social issues that he believes in. And he is just, it's been fun working with Tip. I actually really enjoy it. And what's so crazy about the story with Tip is that before I started my PR firm in college, I actually worked with him interning at Grand Hustle before he dropped trap music. So this was like 18 years ago or something like that.
before trap music.
Right before he dropped trap music, and then I went off to do my own thing. He did, and then we kind of reconnected. So it's almost like a full circle thing. And we were both super young back then.
Yeah. Well, how old is Ti?
He is going to be 40 this year.
Oh, dang.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, man. It's like growing up. Growing up, Ti was in my top five. I don't know if he's still, but that doesn't even matter. It's weird seeing like our favorite artists grow up and hit their 40s and stuff like that, and it's like, and then you see like people like Jay Z. Jay Z's almost 50, isn't he?
Right.
And it's like, man,
But I mean, he's a legend in his own right. Tip is a legend. He was so young. He
no,
created.
Tip still is a legend. I wouldn't say was. He still is a legend for sure.
Yeah, and he created the genre of trap music. So, you
Which a
know,
lot of people don't, and now there's a whole new. I don't know if they say it in Atlanta. If there's like a very party type of music that they're calling trap now,
yeah,
and
yes, well, it's evolved.
but that's I don't know. When I think of trap music, I think of Ti,
Yeah,
Jeezy. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like the stuff that they're playing now, it's almost like I don't know. But yeah, that's I don't know. Well, so a question that I have, and this is just to feed my personal. Have you met Wayne?
Have I met Wayne? Yes, but I have never like had a real
Interaction.
interaction with him. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I got this like I got from like me to like maybe 6 feet away. See Wayne. That's my all-time favorite right there.
Okay. I can
And
see he's a legend too.
man, And like the Swagger Like Us, like that's when like Tip was still hitting heavy too. Like everything was just banging then, man.
Yeah.
Uh, so, man, I'm a little upset that our live stream is actually dipping a little bit. It's really weird because it's like the
Oh, really?
frame isn't going all the way through. I'm recording, and so I'm gonna have to replace the video, but it's just
Okay.
pisses me off personally. Anyways, so Dina, we're gonna play our fourth hand. You ready?
I'm ready to win again. Go ahead.
All right, here we go. So, golly, a king of diamonds. All
I just
right,
have luck.
I don't know what's going on here. And then you got a nine of clubs, so you're looking at 19, and I'm
Dang.
showing a three.
I'm sorry.
So you're staying.
I'm definitely staying.
All right. And I'm showing an ace, so I either got 4 or 14. Showing
Okay.
another ace, so I either got 5 or 15. Showing a 3, so I'm either 8 or 18. And I'm showing a 9, which is, what the hell is that?
Too high.
17 at max. So Dina wins again.
I'm used to winning, man.
All you had to do was order Uber Eats, sit in your house, and you're just winning blackjack.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We did play for money, right? You said you're gonna send me 1,000 after this.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what I said. It's no
Right.
problem, no biggie.
Just think.
So, what do you plan on doing? Like, what do you miss the most from being locked in quarantine right now?
I know this is gonna sound so crazy, but going to my Orange Theory class because like I really got a hell of a workout in, and
What's Orange Theory?
Orange Theory is like a work. It's a workout class that is like 30 minutes cardio, 30 minutes strength training. There is across the nation is beginning to get very popular and it's intense. But like right now it's cool to like run out. I do like 2 miles outside in the sun and I love being in the sun and doing that, but it's something about like being able to lift some weights or like
Yeah.
rowing machine using the rowing just stuff like that where you're working your whole body and it's just a little different. I miss that. I miss going out to eat dinner, like sitting down and having a meal
Ah,
because
that's my biggest thing.
yeah, it's my favorite thing to do is eat. Um, I'm really like a fat person inside, seriously. Um, and I would have to say traveling because I do like to travel.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Man, and then the fact. So how has this been affected you, like with your business? Like, cause I mean, you were traveling quite a bit. Like, you were seeing everybody. Like, even the last time I saw you, there had to be 15 people in a room to where it's like that's illegal now. Like, you can't have that.
No travel at all. And so I went from traveling like at least once a week to nothing. And Tip travels all over the place, and I do a lot of traveling with him. And so it's definitely a big change, but it's not bad either because like traveling can like wear on you for sure. But I do love like moving around and going to LA or the LA weather or going somewhere else, somewhere new. It's I just like right before it kind of got lockdown. I went to Miami and I got to enjoy that for a couple days. So I was happy to that I got that in.
Yeah, I was so happy I got to get some beach time like right before this had happened, man. And it was just like now it's like I'm begging just to get like outside in the sun and stuff. Like I'm still able to go to work and stuff because we're considered essential or whatever. But
Yeah,
and like that's a good takeaway. Like honestly, I'm not complaining about going to work now, so that's a good thing. But
yeah,
I mean, there's nothing to do. Like I say it every live stream now. It's like my biggest hobby has been going out to eat, and so I can't do that,
right.
and it's just ridiculous. So I with the show like this, I again want to say I really appreciate you coming on. Like anytime I hit up Dina, she's like my plug for the industry right now, and she's helped me out several times. And for coming on the show, I really appreciate you, Dina.
Of course, man. I
But
enjoyed it.
but but I will say one thing.
But
I am about to beat your ass this hand. So
but it
here we
doesn't
go.
matter who won, right?
It's a technicality. Every game's a new game, you know.
Here we go.
So we got a five of clubs, and then you got a seven of diamonds. So you're looking at 12. You're getting some me treatment this time.
Okay, all right.
You gonna take a hit?
I'm definitely taking a hit.
There we go. And you got a 10, so Dina bust. It's
Boo!
always good to end on
Setup.
a win for me. That's how I like to do
That was
it.
a setup.
So Dina, if there's is there anything you'd like to say to the people before we go?
I would like to say, be just, while we're in this quarantine until we get things back to normal as they can go back to, try to just just try to have some gratitude for the small, great things that are in your lives. And I think that by having that gratitude and appreciation, and it helps you just take it one day at a time. It's hard to like not ingest the sadness and the um, difficulty that the world is going through, and I think it makes everybody feel down and bad. And just don't like watch the news all day long, or it'll drive you crazy.
Right.
Try to give yourself some time every day, and just appreciate the things that you do have that are going well, that are positive in your life.
That was beautifully said, and I could tell just from that you're a motivational speaker.
Oh, thank
Well, everybody, again, this has been Miss Dina Marto. Make sure you go find her on Twitter and Instagram. Dina, I want to say one more time before we go. I really, 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 really appreciate you coming through. Like, this was dope, seriously.
Thanks for having me, and I'm so glad that I won in blackjack.
We'll see next time. All right, everybody. This is 21 the podcast, and I appreciate y'all tuning in. Before you go, make sure you click that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.